Hey everyone! Okay, so obviously the place to start with this chapter is the fact that after going through a rundown of Alabasta's history in correlation to the forming of the world government, as well as the discrepancy that the original monarch, Queen Lily Nefertari, never returned to Alabasta, and it was her brother who took over her duties as the new king, we get the reveal at the end of the chapter that supposedly Imu's true identity is that of Queen Lily Nefertari. And okay, putting questions aside of how the fuck this is even possible, as I'm still trying to figure out the logistics of how a queen existing 800 years ago is still alive, this actually does make sense why so much earlier in the Reverie portion of the story, Im had targeted Vivi specifically. Because if this is true, that Imu is in fact Queen Lily, then I'm betting on the fact that whatever power Imu, like Queen Lily Imu has, she used, like the power she used to destroy Lelucia, it's a power that Vivi can harness as well. Like if she were to awaken it, like whatever power this is that Queen Lily possesses, I'm getting the sense that it's a power inherited by those born to become Queen of Alabasta, which means Vivi right now is the one who poses the biggest threat to the world government and to Queen Lily, Imu, assuming she is Queen Lily Nefertari. Also, I'm not gonna lie, there is a poetic irony to the fact that a monarch born to be ruler of a kingdom that thrives for the idea of peace is actively holding the world hostage with an iron fist, which, yeah, in itself begs the question, what is Lily's motive? Why choose to be the figurehead for the government? Like this is the part of that just isn't adding up to me. But again, most of it is coming from the idea that I think the answer lies with the missing piece of information that Cobra talked about the reason why she never returned to Alabasta. Like when she first made it to, like when Lily first came to Marie-Joie, she pretty much discovered something. She discovered a secret about the world government, about the Void history that made her say, that made her like become a part, that made her become ruler of the entire world. Like something I guess you could say changed within her that day, so to speak. And yeah, again, it is kind of funny when you think about it too, that the very first like pretty much major adventure that the series took the Straw Hats on, the Alabasta Kingdom, is the one that's playing such a major overarching role in its final arc. Like, again, very kind of interestingly poetic in that regard, in my sense. But okay, putting all that speculation to the side for now, though, the chapter provides some background into how Bonnie escaped from Marie-Joie and made her way to Egghead, which is, of course, revealed that it is thanks to Sabo that she got out alive. Now, in doing so, though, it does also provide context as to why she wants to kill him. Which is that for her there is no in between. Either Vegapunk has a way to help Kuma or he doesn't. And in the latter case, then she no longer has any use for Vegapunk, and she will look elsewhere. Like from the looks of it, Bonnie is on a mission, and she's going to find a way to help her father. Whether Vegapunk has the answers or not, it's just dependent on whether Vegapunk has the answers or not. And for her, it's like, okay, like one way or another, I'm going to take some manner of revenge on you. Like, I don't, whether you have answers to help my father or not. Like, it's like, I think in our own way, revenge, like, whether you have your answers or not, if you have the answers, you live. If you don't, then I take my revenge on you. Like, it's simple and straightforward as that. And in the latter case, then in the case of taking revenge, she no longer has any use for Vegapunk at that point. Of course, even knowing what we know about of course, given what we know so far about the present circumstances and her like diving into her father's memories through that paw bubble Vegapunk has kept, I have to assume she's found some kind of an answer, or bare minimum a jumping off point of where to look now in terms of saving Kuma, because at this point, where we left Bonnie off at in the story, it does feel like she doesn't have a need to kill Vegapunk anymore, and found her own way in order to save her father now. I could be wrong on that, but just the way I'm reading how these events play out now, it's like, yeah, I think she is gonna be looking, whatever answer she found on Egghead, she's going out in pursuit of it now, I think. It's also kind of funny to think that without even realizing it, the one who helped her the most is the brother of Luffy, someone she considers at best to be a rival, and someone who's been, I don't want to say annoying her a lot, but really just kind of getting under her skin, getting under her skin a lot during this whole arc. But aside from that, though, there's, I guess the only other major thing to talk about is that, yeah, let's talk about Charlos. Ooh boy, oh boy. I love this shit. Oh boy, I love this shit. This shit was so fucking amazing to me. Like, okay, like, I'm convinced, oh my god, I'm convinced at this point that Oda has only created Charlos specifically to be the celestial dragon equivalent of a human punching bag. Like, don't get me wrong, in some ways, they're all human punching bags. But Charlos specifically, I think, was created for the purpose of being a literal punching bag for characters. Because, holy fuck, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Like, you got... Like, look at that shit. He got nailed in the head by Akuma, and just not by Akuma, by Sai, and okay, I'm sorry, I take so much catharsis in this death. Like, this is just so fun. This is the most satisfying death out of any of the Celestial Dragons. I'm so glad Charlos is just finally dead. Like, if he is dead, thank the heavens he is dead, because holy shit, this guy has been an annoying pain in the ass from the very moment he was introduced, and just continued to be so. And, like, it's like, look at the guy. He was made into a pile of putty. Like, it's one of those deaths that you just can't help but fucking cheer, laugh, and just laugh at the man's misery, at the fact that this happened to the man. Like, oh my god, I love it. He turned into literal Play-Doh. That's what he turned into. And, but yeah, like, the fact that it was Sai and Leo did that, oh my god, I love that. Like, again, don't really have, like, a through line to talk about this, but it's like, oh, you got no idea how satisfying this was to see. Although, I guess getting serious about it for just a millisecond, the fact that I genuinely wonder what happened to Mioscard after this incident, though, because while I don't believe he's dead, at least not yet, you can still bet he's probably been held responsible in some way for what happened to Charlos, because... And, like, the thing is, the Celestial Dragons could easily spin this as him being a conspirator of some kind, especially now that Charlos is confirmed dead. Now that Charlos is dead, the Celestial Dragons are going to demand retribution from some kind, as from any parties possible, whether that's Sai, Leo, Mioscard, whoever else. Like, they are going to be held responsible for this, and when you start to think about it, I think that this moment, ironically, I think started more of a war with the Celestial Dragons than anything the Revolutionaries did. Like, the death of a Celestial Dragon, however much we may hate them, is a big deal in this world. So it's like, yeah, what the Celestial Dragons do next, it's gonna be kinda, yeah, I'm not looking forward to how they're gonna. What the Celestial Dragons do next, assuming they make it out of this alive, yeah, it's going to be an all-out war on both on both that the world is like is just gonna get caught in the middle of, if anything else. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll. Be sure to notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and just share it around, guys. Dark Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, everyone.